PPP loans may have been a dry run to see what these white people who named us black would do with a surge of money. Um, as we see, the results were catastrophical. Um, the money came in. It served two purposes, though, where people applied for the money, and at the back end, they got arrested, creating more money for these outlets through prison and jail or the criminal injustice system. The money flooded in, buying cars, jewelry, fueling vacations, putting money back into the hands of those who consider themselves as your enemies, using you as the catechist. No, that's not the word. Using you as the catechist of their finances and investments. You became an investment through your own demise. These monies did not go into the community to rebuild them, or people did not collectively group together to create or to do anything constructive that could have permitted us to build or succeed or create in ways or in trails into success. They were able to see in this dry run how we would respond to a flow of capital. It's not a good look, folks. And we are believing, some of us are very patriotic and loyal, even to the degree some of us say we're not loyal, but we still celebrate the 4th of July. We still practice being very obedient in this system where we practice being some of the best slaves on the planet. This is a true I would just say it is a major blunder on our behalf, and we consider ourselves to be free. We are hypnotized and under a hypnotic state on multiple levels of our lives. We perceive that when we go out, we can go out and eat, we can go out to shows, we can go to the movies, the things we do, everything is monitored and counted for. Even in their street life, people think, what I'm doing in the dark, they don't know about it because they haven't arrested me. But the fact is, they're taking account. Every ounce of drug that's out there is accounted for. How you think they get the numbers of consumption? They be guessing, they be rolling the dice. They tell you. They actually tell you things that you perceive like, oh, they don't know that this is happening. But they come with these numbers and facts and studies, and everything's accounted for. And we as a people have to get our heads out our asses, really. It is, and when I say systems, they're operating again in plain sight in various organizations that you perceive are here to help you, from the system of welfare to the system of disability. All these systems, even systems, social programs, nothing in the system is here to help you. It is to gauge information and gauge you to see of what levels that you are operating in. And we are operating in levels of fuckery that are killing us. We have to be willing to reconstruct what we think and how we think it, and then how we do it, how we carry it out. They're able to see when you are participating in schools, how you are participating in voting, how you are participating in crime. They're able to use all of these participations of eating out, and they're able to take all these numbers and understand how to corral you, cattle you, put you in groups, have you operate, perform like circus animals, to the things that they want you to do. Your every dollar means something. Every dollar, every penny, it means something. And they are able to use your dollars and your actions. They operate within plain sight of you believing that one thing is this, when it is actually cutting off your head. We have to be able to speak to these actions. We are always in a war of strategies, techniques, and tactics that are being administered, campaigns that are being administered throughout the population. We are not, after 500 years of occupation, we have not become unison and understanding that. I was listening to a brother talk, and he was saying everybody is responsible for their own, their own responsibility is on them for what they do, and it was a black guy who was with this white girl, and the white girl was calling him a product, and she was like, my unit, he does everything. He knows how to do X, Y, Z. He's very handy, but he hasn't moved into, she used some, I can't remember the terminology she used, into becoming engaged so we can, become married. And the brother was saying, then made commentary on, that post about, he's responsible for him and how he presents himself, and what you really, really have to understand is we as a people, and the way this operates, we are not separate. We are all accounted for. We are all looked at upon as a group in this existence. We are not separate, and they are able to congeal our actions to then put forth out a plan for us all. They don't go, oh, I'm gonna just pick this one, and we're gonna do just this one. No, it's for all of us. It's for the whole population of what white people have named black. It is to operate through us all, not as individuals, but as a group that then moves into an individual state, which then congeals back into a group because it affects us all. What we do, we are able to project, and then people see it and carry that thing out onto all of us. When you see, I saw, well, every time I see like a police officer arresting a black person, you will see other black people help the police officer. You will see other people come out the fray who will help the police officer. When it comes to us, people are willing to jump in and subdue us because, we are looked upon as the dirt, the Grinch, the bottom. We deserve to be treated in this way, and people are willing to assist because we're so low on the totem pole. We're the dirt beneath their shoes. And so you'll even, and this is something that we even carry in ourselves, about ourselves, even though we know, the police are out there brutalizing us, killing us, and we then participate, like we believe, like, since we want to be seen, we believe like when the news or the government or the states or industry is speaking about racism, we believe it to be a good thing. Like, oh man, okay, they're talking about it. Oh, that means that they're taking notice. No, that's a op. It's smacking you in your face, because understand, they're talking about it with no change. They're talking about it while they're not passing any laws. They're talking about it. You haven't gained any power, but they're putting you under a hypnotic spell of authority. You're not really getting anything, but you're getting looked at, and your desire to be looked at, like, look at me, I'm somebody. Oh, you finally noticed me. Oh, you finally gave me some notice. No, they didn't give you notice. They're using you against yourself. They're able, in plain sight, to weaponize your situation. In plain sight, they're able to keep you and hold you down, and you feel like they're pulling you up. And they're not pulling you up. They're holding you down. They're keeping you in the same place they kept your grandparents and your great-grandparents. We think, the time, because of the time, because these phones or devices, we're in a different place now. Things are a little bit better. It's not. Because they got you performing instead of acting on your behalf. They have you loyal. Even when you think, oh, I'm doing my own thing. If your position has not changed from yesterday in the various systems of human operation, nothing's changed. The illusion of change, the illusion of having something, is what they are good in. In their systems, in their organizations, and them pretending they care because they perform this service. A service is a punch in your face. Services is about punching in your face and making you spread your butt cheeks. That's all it is. When you start to operate for yourself and for each other, when you take notice to what it is that is being performed in front of you, and start to realize start to realize the operations, the procedures, the strategies, the techniques, the tactics. When you start to see the world in that eye, and you're just not some fluffy beating bag, then things start to move. Things become different. You start to be different. You're not out here just bumping your fucking gums, talking about, BET. It was the best event. Oh my God, the red carpet. They did a business gathering, and it was fabulous, and something, great is gonna happen. Listen. These people are riding you like a fucking broken pony out of town. There is nothing that is here that is about helping you. Especially being that you pose the threat that you pose. And the threat that you pose is that you are the rightful people who own this land. I gotta break you mentally, spiritually. I gotta I gotta grind your kids into useless drones. I have to take your soul and squeeze every ounce of power out of it. Your threat is a great thing, and you walk around with so much power, dancing, twerking, singing, rapping, serving the master, giving them your goods, giving them your goodies. You do every other thing, getting high. You think you free. Oh, they legalized this shit. Oh, but brother's still locked up. They ain't let Ye brother out. Still serving time. It's free. These white boys walking around here making millions of dollars. You barely can get a license. You barely can get a license. They making millions. Trash bags, money, trash bags, weed. They growing. They hydroponics. You still at the bottom. Still on the bottom. We got brothers walking around in cryptocurrency, making Maddens. And the mindset is to be like these white people. To operate like they operate when they see a person who looks like them. And the crypto in the freaking in the crypto world, no, I don't want to say crypto. In the world of what do they call it? Computer world? No. I'm gonna use computer world for right now because I can't remember the name. But in the world, the digital world, they got slaves. They got us already as slaves. I mean, you can't make this shit up. And you think you doing something different because you got money, you something different? I heard a brother say when he got locked up, and this was the brother Sub-Zero. He was like, when he got locked up, he realized he had money, but it didn't mean nothing. See, when you don't have power through each other as a group, these people could come because they come as a group. They're operating as a group. So as a group, they're coming as the judge, as the cop, as the district attorney, as the banker, as the real estate agent, as the social worker, as the teacher. All these things that we deal in, these people are coming as a group, as you're seeing them as an individual in front of you, but that individual is part of a group that is operating against you personally, operating against your children in school, thinking your little boys are like little sex demons, you know, your little girls are disposable. And you know, we send our children into the belly of the beast willingly. And then we're crying when we're realizing the teacher is fucking them or putting their head in the toilet, or we oh God, we're so shocked. Oh, I can't believe that this is happening. You're fucking late to the party. You're late to the fucking party. It's like we're so sick in the head that of what we want from these white people that we keep on repeating the same fucking mistakes, no choices, over and over again. We've been in the music business when they called our music race music, and that's when we was playing harmonicas, singing. It wasn't even called Christian music or gospel music. This music came out the church. We were still playing, banjos and hums and hymns, and they jumped on us then, and they created a system to draw that talent out, and they created a system to make the maximum amount of money off of our talents. All the way at 2022. All the way from 1800s all the way 2022. They've been fucking us. And because your ass is brand new, you didn't teach your child about the system. Oh, we're all people. You have to love everybody. You ain't teach them there's a fucking enemy out there under every fucking rock waiting to fucking cut you 1,000 cuts and throw alcohol on you and cut you 1,000 times again. We don't teach our children that you have to be able to to combine your powers and resources with other people who look like you. You teach your kids, we gotta vote. Voting is important. Buying their products is important. This money is important. Listen. Everything that you do, learn how to undo. The things you need to survive, you survive. But you need to also be building while you survive. You need to be growing in your mind, growing in your actions, growing in all you do. We got all these people out here talking about how they gurus and how they bosses and how they're able to do X, Y, Z. It's still normal, yo. We still on some normal, abnormal shit. And we go a lot by our feelings, like, how I feel. And then, we go by, we don't see the present danger. We don't see it. We don't see it in Applebee's. We don't see it in these devices. We don't see it, in the products we use. We don't see it in the square thing that sits in our living room and we're playing Madden on, or we're playing these online games. We don't see the danger in none of it. And all of it is dangerous to us. Because we are such a danger. Everything has to be laced. Everything has to be laced against us. There is nothing. They do not skip no beats. They don't skip no amount of money. They don't skip no. They don't make no shorts when it comes to us. None. And they get everybody involved. They get everybody on the same page. They get everybody they get everybody speaking the same language, thinking the same way, moving at the same intensity against us. Everybody is willing to come into our community. Everybody is willing to come into our existence, strip us bone dry, leave us with nothing. would not spit on you if you was on fire. And don't get me wrong, you're going to have individuals who will do nice things for you. You will have individuals who will help you. And that will make you behave against your better nature of what is going on truly around you. We have to get into the mode of understanding that none of this has been built for you, with you in mind to break you, with you in mind to keep you at a certain propensity, with you in mind to make you subjugate and bend and give your will to them, but not to help you. I don't care how positive you think it is. It's not here to help you. These people are making double and triple money off of you, and the most, you got people, you got us who we give money to different organizations, the cancer, the pink ribbon, the listen, all these things are doubling down, and you are creating and building and growing your enemy. That's all you're doing. If you're talking about the Rockefellers, if you're talking about the Carnegies, the Macy's, the Bacons, the De Beers, the Rothschilds, when you're talking about, the UN, every principality, every state capital, Washington D.C. You're talking about everything. Everything is about cutting your throat and getting you willingly to participate and willingly accept and willingly not see what is truly happening. We do that across the states, from California to New York. In 2022, we've had many men and women to speak about this. When the news, CNN, any of these news stations, ABC, CBS, NBC, any of these alphabet boys are talking about you, they really talking about destroying you. FBI, NSA, FBI, none of these organizations are about you. They are not about holding people accountable. They do it at a snail's pace. What should have just been done, the systems that should have been in play, the federal government saying, yep, you should be protected. Okay, boom, you know what? These reparations are coming through. Boom. These are the companies that are being held forth responsible. These are the banks that are being held forth responsible. These are the companies that are being held forth responsible. These are the actions from from slavery to abusive work conditions, um, practices of government, you name it. You can find us in the abuse of that system. You name it, we're there getting beat down. And then they then circumvent, they then turn it around with, oh, we have, this person was abused and they sued. Or this person was killed and we sued. No, if somebody kills us, if a cop kills us, he should be worried about his family. He should be worried about his wife and his kids. These fuckers are walking around like the sun is still shining on my head. Everything's good. The people who kill us, their families who practice and get Flint, making their foundations and things making and systems making money off of our misery. Lawyers, government officials, and Flint is still happening. Flint should have been done, corrected, money's paid out. And then when people start to really talk the way they should speak to a situation, who look like me, then you got other people who look like me come down on them. Because they so hypnotically up under this white master, sucking his phallus, they can't see straight. It's bananas how this happens every day in what you call America. Every day, people are willingly on their knees. Willingly. And then they force their kids down on their knees. We gotta care more about ourselves. We have to. We have to care about more. There is no loyalty to us. We are loyal to people who do not look like us. All the great people who ever came, they always got somebody who looks like them by somebody else who don't look like them, who co-ops them, who comes in under them and pays people who look like them to corrupt the whole situation, or to kill the person, or to bring ruin to the person, because of our inability to be loyal. When they talk about, black people, they can't work together. What the fuck are they doing out there on the basketball court? What the fuck are they doing out there on the football field? What the fuck are they doing? You just think about that. Peace, family.